Okay, here we go with connective tissue. And if you've got the notes from the iBook, it should be about the same thing. I might be a little funnier in the iBook. We don't know, but here we go. Okay, couple of things, connective tissue that you have to know, and you can just hit pause at any time. I need to move quickly because I don't want to take up too much of your time here. They bind and support everything that is you can touch or things flow through, that's going to be epithelial. Everything that moves something like flex your muscle, moving food, and your heart, that's going to be muscle. And then your nerves are nerve tissue. So everything else is connective tissue. You got to keep that in mind. They bind and support. So think about your tendons, ligaments, bones. Insulate and energy reserve. Adipose is a connective tissue. Transport, they move fluids, dissolved materials. Think about blood. Plasma is the fluid. If you think about a lot of cartilage, the thing that holds the cells in place, it moves the substances. And I'm not worried about defense, the production of antibodies, but that works. All right. Now you can copy these down, and so hit pause. But what I'm going to tell you is the cells do not touch each other. So they are far apart from one another. The ground substance is like the plasma in blood, or the ground substance is what holds the cells in place. So often we think about that as cytoplasm. And then you have fibers for strength. Collagen is one of the fibers, elastin and reticular are the others. Now this bracket right here, I want you to write matrix, M-A-T-R-I-X, by it, matrix. There's no apical surface, so you should never be able to feel your connective tissue. You can feel it through your skin, but you can't touch it. You can feel most connective tissues, except cartilage. And it's vascular, again, except cartilage, meaning cartilage can't heal. It's avascular. Your tendons can heal a little bit. Your fat heals. Well, your blood is vascular, but reticular heals. All of those things heal, and your bones are definitely bloody. If you've ever broken a bone, you know they're bloody. And matrix, once again, write this down. Matrix is everything outside of the cells. All right, our cells, I'm just going to let you copy these down, plus it's in your book. Fibroblasts, blast means build, fibro, it's a fiber builder. They're most numerous. They actually make the ground substance and fibers. And your macrophage, and big eater. They engulf bacteria, eat cell debris. Adipocytes, adip means fat, cyte means cell, so they are fat cells. And mast cells. So on your notes and in your homework, you've got a little thing to color in. And what I really like is mast cells produce histamine. Histamine, you probably know it as antihistamine. Antihistamine stops you from sneezing. It stops you from leaking. Histamine makes you leak. So it dilates your blood vessels and extra fluid comes out at that point. All right, this actual picture is in your notes, and I want you to go ahead and label the different things on it. But what I want you to notice is the collagen is thick like a rope. It's a whole bunch of little fibers all put together. So collagen is for strength. The next thing I want you to see is the elastic fibers. They're boingy looking. They're zigzaggy because they stretch and return to shape. Your mast cell, once again, it releases histamine. Your fibroblast looks, it looks like he's doing a little somersault or cartwheel there. But the fibroblasts here and here, they make fibers. That's why they're attached to the fibers. Do we have to label the fat cell? I'm not going to really ask you these, but I know it is in your homework, so that should help you a little bit. All right. For the classification, we've got proper, fluid, and supporting. And I'm not too worried about these. I'm never going to have you classify them. I should have just taken this slide out. All right. Types of connective tissue. Areolar. Areolar. So when you jump up and down, your areolar holds all of your organs in place. Try to turn your skin around your arm. Why doesn't it go all the way around? Because your areolar holds it in place. It packages your organs. It's the material between your skin and your muscle, and it holds fluid, tissue fluids. What does that mean? Tissue fluids are like when you get swollen, you get edema, E-D-E-M-A, and all of this like clear stuff behind, like all of the fibers, that actually holds the fluid. Okay. Now here's what it looks like. I think it looks like strings in the bottom of a drawer. Like here's some buttons, here's some lint, all that good stuff. All right, adipose is fat. And so this whole big thing in here is fat. If you look at the show me's that I made, I actually label it for you. It's pretty cool. Fibroblasts make it. There's very few fibers. It's not very strong. Fat is going to keep you warm, but it's not a lot of strength. So you got to keep that in mind. You only have a certain number of fat cells. So when you gain weight, this big thing just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you lose weight, it gets teeny, teeny, teeny. So what if you get liposuction? They just suck these bad boys out. Okay, here's what it looks like. So inside here, this is fat. This is the cell membrane going all the way around, and this black thing over on the edge, that is actually the nucleus. Please watch the Show Me's. They have lots of stuff. All right, so here's another little thing. You can hit pause and check that out. All right, reticular is in your spleen and lymph glands, spleen and lymph glands. And these are reticular fibers. They're really thin. Ret means net, so it is a reticular fiber. So this is a network holding all of the cells in place. And what do we have to know? It's in your spleen and lymph node. It's a really common tissue that they show for the most part when you have cancer. We're only going to look at healthy, so don't worry about that. Found in the spleen and lymph nodes, so you should write that down. Dense connective tissue. So you've got to keep this in mind. I think on the slide it says dense regular, but I call it dense regular connective tissue when I labeled it. I think it looks like wavy hair, or if you have that rake that I know Mr. Brewer has down in his office where you rake it through the sand, it looks like perfectly wavy hair. So all of these are collagen fibers, and the collagen fibers withstand pulling in one direction. So I can pull from each end, and it's going to be really strong. So this is in your tendons and ligaments. We don't want those to stretch. Here's what it actually looks like, and this is pretty close to what I have on the microscopes for you. All right, we've got collagen fibers, we've got some fibroblasts in there. You won't have to label those. I'm just giving you some information. All right, dense irregular. I'm not even going to go through this one, so if this is in your notes, this is basically beneath the basement membrane in your skin. I'm not going through this. It's not on your practical exam. It's not on any exam, but I think it comes up in your homework. Elastic connective tissue, I think, looks like bacon. Let me show you real quick. Look at that. Doesn't it look like bacon? All right, so what is it? It's found in the walls of your arteries. Well, why does it have so much elastic? So that your arteries can expand. That way, when you get high blood pressure, you don't literally burst. We don't want that. So if you take a look at it, here it is, right by the arrow. This is all elastic connective. It's nice squiggly waves. All right. This is also elastic connective, but it's really, really, really blown up high so that you can see each and every little elastic fiber. Cartilage. We love cartilage. Remember, it is avascular, meaning it does not have a blood supply. This is hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage is found at the ends of your long bones. So think about when you're walking and you're walking, you're strutting, and why does it feel good and it's smooth? Because you've got hyaline cartilage. It's really glassy and glossy looking. A baby skeleton is almost all hyaline cartilage because they haven't ossified yet. It's at the tips of your ribs, and it's your nasal septum, so that thing that separates your two noses, okay? So this thing right here, it's smooth and it reduces friction, and I don't think it shows up on here where it says reduces friction, but that's its function. It reduces friction. But this little opening right here is called a lacunae, or lacuna is plural. Lacuna. Lacuna means opening, large opening, and it houses the chondrocytes. Chondro meaning cartilage, cyte meaning cell, cartilage cells. This one has 2 chondrocytes. This one has 1. So if you look here, this is a lacuna. It's got 2 cells. This is a lacuna. It has 1 cell. All right, this is hyaline cartilage. The ones I have for you are really good that I put on the microscopes. So the matrix is behind it. It looks like huge eyeballs or eggs. The lacuna is the opening. The chondrocytes are inside. The matrix is everything outside of the lacuna. And it looks really glassy. It's very strong, but it looks very glassy. Fibrocartilage, I love. Fibrocartilage is found in the discs in your back and between your pubic bones. So it resists compression. So when you jump up and down, you don't have bone on bone. You have this beautiful bounce to your spine so that you don't crack bones. So if you look, what I'm always going to have is a lacuna, and it usually has 2 or 3 chondrocytes inside. So like this lacuna has 2 chondrocytes, this lacuna has 3 chondro. Okay, so this is an actual picture that I took. Notice 2 or more cells of a kind. in a train. So it's going to have all these beautiful fibers, which are elastic and they are collagen, but they're very kind of boingy looking, so they do look more elastic. And we have these beautiful chondrocytes in the lacuna right here. And this one only has one, but this one only has one. Well, it actually has two in there. The ones I have for you look pretty good. All right, elastic cartilage. Let me show you a picture first. I think it looks like a peacock tail. Remember, it's elastic so it can return to shape very easily. We've got chondrocytes located in the lacuna. And think about this. This is the external part of your ear and your epiglottis, the thing that covers your trachea when you're swallowing. It's beautiful. All right, and here's another blow up of the actual elastic cartilage. Now I'm whipping along fast, but I have to because I only have a few minutes to get this done. Okay, this is bone, and I think bone looks like tree rings, concentric circles of calcium and lacuna. So look at it. Here are two concentric systems of concentric circles. So this is the lacuna right here and right here and right here and right here. That's the lacuna. And in the center is something else. And when we do bones, I'm going to get into it. But so it's all of this stuff stored behind it is calcium. So this is either osseous or bone. Osteo means bone, so I would take osseous as an answer. Blood. Once again, why is blood a connective tissue? Because it's cells, and then the matrix is actually plasma. So it's a group of cells working together, so we know it is a tissue. Blood is considered connective tissue because the plasma is the matrix, but it doesn't have fibers. Now, when the platelets, like it does right over here on the right, when the platelets all get together, we know that that's bad because then you're going to have a clot. All right, and that ends our connective tissue, and there you go.